Hello, I'm Mrs. Krause, the librarian here at Knob Middle School, and I'm going to lead you through the EBSCOhost database to help you get familiar with it so you'll be able to find sources for your research more easily. You start here at the Knob Middle School website to access it. To do that, you click on Databases and Links, and then click on EBSCO. If you're on campus, you will not have to put a username and password. However, if you are at home doing research, you'll need a user ID, which is knobnoster, lowercase, all one word, and then the password is Panthers1. Notice that the P is capitalized in Panthers. Alright, here is the EBSCOhost home screen. As you can see, you can look at one database at a time. Students in middle school a lot of times use Kids Search or Student Research Center for general research. If they have science or health topics, sometimes they will choose Consumer Health Complete or Science Reference Center. This allows you to search just one database at a time. That's not very efficient, so EBSCO gives you the opportunity to choose more than one database to search in at once, and you do that here at the alphabetical list of resources. These are all the different databases that EBSCO uses, and you can pick and choose which ones you want. There is the name of the database here and then a brief summary of what is in it, and that can help you decide. For example, most students do not choose Academic Search Elite because if you look at the explanation, it says that they have a lot of scholarly information, which is more what college students use to research rather than middle school students. So we're going to skip that one. There are also some ebooks, and there is elementary, high school, and middle school. Depending on what you research, it may make a difference in the one you choose. For example, in this summary it tells you that there's information in the elementary school one on animals, weather, holidays, so there might be some good things in there depending on your topic. In the high school and middle school, essentially they have the same information. Notice it says here careers, health, ethnicity, disabilities, technology, but the high school edition will be read at a higher level. So I'll just choose the middle school one. Some other general resources that most students choose are the Funk and Wagnall's New World Encyclopedia. They also choose this Moss Ultra edition sometimes. This is geared for high school students, so the reading level is a little higher, but there are some good things here, so we can choose those as well. If you're researching health or science subjects, you might choose Medline, or you might choose the Science Reference Center, or up a little bit higher, there is the Consumer Health Complete. There's also a newspaper database. I like to choose that one too because it has lots of national and international newspapers. And then once you have chosen the databases you want, you just click Continue. Now you are at your search window. Here is the list of the databases you chose. If you've chosen several like I have and you can't see all of them, just click Show All and it'll show you all of them. If you change your mind and decide you want to choose some different databases, just click on this Choose Databases and you can add or delete any ones you want. Now you're ready to do a search. The first thing you want to remember is to not search by typing complete sentences. Databases don't work that way. So don't use an entire sentence. Use keywords and phrases. I want to know how to better train my dog, so I am just going to choose the phrase dog training and see what I get. Oh my goodness, I have 10,000 articles. That is way too many. So over here on the left is a way to refine your results. And there are lots of different tools over here on the left to help you. The first one you always want to do is click this one. This is called full text. What this does is it eliminates any entries that are just the citation and not the full article. If I don't do this and I find something good and I click and I realize it's just a citation, I have to go find the article myself, so I don't want to do that. So that's my first limiter. I always do that one first. The next one is to choose the publication date. We have articles here from 1935 to 2014. That's a little old, 1935, so I'm just going to choose the ones from this century. Okay, and it updates it. And then the next thing I can do to limit my search is I can use source types. Notice we have magazines, news, reviews, biographies. I don't think reviews and biographies are going to help me very much, so I will just choose magazines. You have to do this one at a time, and also news. One of the things I struggle with is coming up with related terms or synonyms to help me with my search. So EBSCO helps you with that right here under the subject heading. If you click this little greater than, it tells you some different phrases or keywords you can use. I'm going to choose this training of dogs. And over here now you can see all of my limiters, and if I decide that I want to get rid of any of those, all I have to do is click this X. The other thing I also like to do before I start looking at my list of results is the default is just to give you 10 results at a time, and that's not very many. So I like to look at more at a time. So I come here to the page options and I choose 50 instead of 10. Alright, now rather than 10,000 I now have about 359. That will be a little bit better. And I can look and read this summary to decide if it's something I want to look at. This is a little hard to read, so if you mouse over this magnifying glass it'll give you a better view and it's easier to read in this view. There are two types of views that you will get for the article itself. There is a PDF full text and there is an HTML full text. HTML basically looks just like a computer screen. So here is the article and you can read through it just like you would any computer screen. To get back to my results list, I just click here to results list. The other type is this one, a PDF full text. This is an actual picture of the original magazine article as it appeared in the magazine itself. It takes a little while to load. It's a little bit bigger file, but you can see the actual magazine pictures and the types and the font, all the text features of a regular magazine. Now I can add it to a folder. I can add it to my folder here, or if I come back to my results list, I can add it to my folder here. In order to do that though, I need to create an account. And to do that you come up here to sign in. If you already have an account, go ahead and put your username and password. If you don't, to create one you just go here and you'll put your first name, last name, your email address. Please use your school email address, and then your username, also use your school email address as your username, because then you're assured that nobody else has that username except you. Use your school password, the 3 letters and 4 numbers. Type it again. You know you won't forget that one, so that's an easy one to choose. And then if you happen to forget your password, then you will need to choose a secret question. Your mother's maiden name, father's name, whichever one you want. Put your answer there and then save your changes. I've already got an account, so I will go ahead and sign in. So I'm going to use my school email for my username and my password. Alright, now I have got a good article here. I am going to read it, and there are several things I can do as I am reading this article. One, I can add it to my folder, and I'll do that here in a minute, but I want to show you some other things that I can do. I can make notes. As I read through the article, sometimes I like to really make some notes as I'm thinking about the article, and I can store them right here. All I do is I hit create note, and right here I do add new note, and then I come up with whatever note that I want. My dog barks every time the doorbell rings, and there's a good suggestion here about how to not let him do that. Also, I can cite the article. If I click cite over here, then it gives me 7 different ways to cite an article. and I can copy and paste the one I want to a bibliography. And I can also add it to my folder, so the next time I sign in, it will be here waiting for me. And then if I want to start all over from scratch and begin again and do a new topic, all I do is click New Search, and it takes me back to the beginning. And that's pretty much it. Databases are easy once you know how to get around in them, and they'll give you high quality resources with lots of extra tools to make researching easier. Always choose them first before the free web like Google or Bing when you're looking for answers to your research questions.